Hey Jonathan, my name is Brandon. I just wanted to take a moment to send this video to you to see if I could add some value. I actually have known Megan for, man, like I think a couple decades now or more. And she had sent me a invite to like your construction page. And so I went in and I did that. And then I just kind of started digging around on your website to see a little bit more about what y'all are up to and stuff like that. And so I actually am building websites for people and helping them not only to have a nice looking site, but help it to rank high on Google so that they can kind of connect with more customers and be able to serve more people. And so when I saw that you had your own construction company, I just wanted to kind of do a little research on my own and see if I could add any value to you. You know, y'all are, I've known Megan a long time. Like I said, I don't want this to be like a sales presentation or anything. I just want to see if I can add some value. And you can do with it what you want. So that's kind of the point of this video. I want to try to keep it fairly brief, but maybe add some value to you. And so typically what I do is kind of evaluate what it would take for a business to rank higher on Google so that they can connect with more people. And then there's essentially three things that Google is looking at. They're not as concerned with like the design and the look of a website. You know, a customer cares about that because if it's appealing, then they'll stick around and potentially reach out and call you. But Google doesn't care about the design as much as they care about a few other things. They care about keywords and content, citations, and backlinks. Those are kind of the main three categories that I kind of evaluate when I'm kind of figuring out where a company is ranking and why they are where they are on the internet. So when it comes to keywords and content, just a little bit of information that might help y'all is Google typically likes to see a couple thousand words on the homepage. And so while most customers may not read that many words, Google is scanning the website and looking at all of those words. And so if you put 2,000 words of content on your homepage and then kind of spread keyword phrases and terms throughout the content, then that's going to help with your rankings. And then the next thing is citations. Citations is basically your business name, address, phone number, etc., as it appears in Google. When I initially had done some research, I was looking at, I started with landscape companies because a lot of them that do like landscape design, like hardscaping type stuff that like you do, like patios or pergolas, fencing, all of that kind of stuff. A lot of the hardscaping landscaping companies do that stuff too. So I kind of did some preliminary research to see how many citations they have, because you would want to try to have more citations than them to be able to rank higher on Google. And so when I looked at that, you can see that there's some as low as 6, 5 and 6, and then it gets as high as 59 citations. So if you start increasing your citation count, which is essentially like putting your business information on more online directories, then that's going to go a long way. So right now, when I ran y'all's business information, y'all are sitting at 6 citations. So, if you can start increasing that, then that will help with your rankings. And then the other thing is, the first thing I do is I try to kind of do a Google search for kind of the industry that you're in to see where you're ranking or where you're sitting. And when I did that, not that one. When I initially did that, I couldn't find y'all listed in the maps portion. So I typed specifically Oaks Construction, Frisco, Texas, and it doesn't even show up in the maps portion, but it'll show up down here. There's your website, buildwithoaks.com. So it looks to me that you'll need to take the steps to set up your Google My Business so that you'll start to appear in the maps section. And then that's like a couple step process, and a lot of people will do the first step and it'll get them to be like 40% complete on the Google My Business stuff. But if you continue to build it and get it out to 100%, then that would help with your rankings as well. And then the last thing is backlinks. Backlinks is essentially when your business is listed somewhere else online and a customer clicks on it and it redirects them to your site. That's what a backlink is. And so the way backlinks work is Google really respects businesses that have been around a while. So when it comes to backlinks, you actually try to implement and basically put backlinks out into the World Wide Web incrementally over time to kind of prove to Google that you're a legitimate business that's growing and deserves to be ranking. And so that's kind of a long-term plan of slowly implementing backlinks over time. But citations, you can go in and just add a bunch of citations and start getting listed in all of the online directories. And so just for a frame of reference, I had looked up a couple of companies. So if you look up the Bellaterra, which is a landscape design company in Frisco, they have 914 backlinks. They're utilizing 179 keywords and stuff like that. And so that's why they're ranking. They're actually like number 1 or 2 when you look for hardscaping in Frisco. And so I just did some kind of general searches like that to figure out where different businesses were. Yeah, see, there's Bellaterra Outdoor Living. And so you can see kind of where they're ranking and why they have a lot of backlinks and a lot of keywords that they're using and stuff like that. When I ran y'all's information, I use a tool called Ahrefs, which is Ahrefs, if you wanted to grab that on your own. And it's not showing any information, no backlinks, no keywords, etc. I don't know how long this site has been around. It could be that it's still working to optimize and be recognized by Google if it's super new. But if it's not super new, then Google's just not recognizing any of this stuff that will help with ranking higher on Google. And so you'll want to make sure that you're taking some action to get that information in there if you want to rank higher. So all of that comes down to what your goals are. You may be at a position in your job where you work coming in from referral over and you don't necessarily want to optimize your site at this point. But I just wanted to show you like some of this information that might be useful to you at a later date. So anyway, to just kind of sum it back up, you have keywords and content that you want to implement, and then citation count, and then the backlinks. And so if you have any questions on that, then y'all feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'd love to just kind of offer y'all some value add if I can and help you in any way I can. Like I said, I've known Megan a long time, and so I love seeing all the pictures of y'all on Facebook and the impact that y'all are having and the family that y'all are building. It's beautiful. So anyway, if I can help y'all in any way, I just wanted to share this information, and y'all have a blessed one.